everybody, happy Sunday. I hope that wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you are having a fantastic weekend. Here, the weather has definitely taken a turn for the autumnal, and there's more on that in the chicken and garden update. And by the way, if you're someone who only watches the Sunday Musing, I feel it's also important to reiterate what I said in the chicken and garden update, which is thank you for taking part in the little poll that we ran this week on various different platforms to try and ascertain if you want us to keep doing these, because some people are frustrated and don't want any notifications about them. But the overall impression is yes, people enjoy them, and those that do enjoy them watch them, and those that don't. And if you are somebody who doesn't want to watch them, then just don't watch them. Just watch the content that we like, that we make. There's no requirement that you have to watch every video that we make. I don't even watch every video that we make, so I wouldn't expect you to. But that's not what I want to talk to you about today. I want to talk to you about the increase in the number of people that I am encountering that have electric bicycles. In the last year or two, I've definitely seen an uptick in the number of people who now own and regularly use an electric bicycle. If you go on Facebook or any other social media platform, there are now a fair number of electric bike memes. In everything from, just people just riding them to get to and from work, to people who are using electric mountain bikes in all kinds of different applications, normally on off-road, on some particular trail or other. And it now seems to be really a socially acceptable thing for people to buy and to use e-bikes. Now, as is often the case, legislators haven't necessarily caught up. I know there are still many places, certainly in these parts, where you cannot use electric bicycles. You're not supposed to. There are some great trailheads not too far from me up on Rocky Mountain, and they are not welcoming of e-bikes. They're privately operated trails. We looked into it and nope, you can't ride on them. I know that Michael takes their e-bike to certain trailheads the next day up, and some trails are friendly to e-bikes and some trails are not. And it really is, sometimes it's a bit hit and miss. But I am definitely seeing more and more people using e-bikes instead of regular bikes. And I'm wondering if we are at or close to the e-bike tipping point where it is as common for someone to own an electric bicycle as it is for them to own a bicycle. It feels like electrically assisted bicycles have become not a fancy thing that you only get if you've got some extra money, but actually they're starting to become fairly normal. I know the road I live on, if you are a local to this region, you've probably gone past my house at some point. It's used extensively by people locally because it's a great hill to climb. And, I'll be out here in the garden at the weekend or sometimes during the week, and I'll hear the whine of an electric motor going past. And it used to be the folks with the electric bicycles were the people who were maybe a little overweight, who were maybe a little older, who maybe weren't at a fitness level that enabled them to ride up the hill without assistance. And that's always been how electric bicycles have been marketed, at least in large parts of the world. It gets you out, and we've talked about that before as well. The health benefits of getting out on an e-bike. You're more likely to ride a bicycle if it's electric and you are not the fittest person. And I speak from experience. But now it seems like if you are buying a new bike, there's a large number of people who are just going, well, of course it's going to be electric. And so today I want to know if you feel like we have hit that e-bike tipping point. I mean, maybe you live somewhere in the world where bicycling is still very much a valid and has always been a valid transportation choice. So in large parts of Europe, obviously the Netherlands, for example, there's a long history of people using bicycles to get to and from work, to run errands, whether it's cargo bikes or whatever. And in those situations, I'm wondering, are e-bikes as popular as they are in parts of the world where cycling has kind of fallen by the wayside for whatever reason, like here in the Pacific Northwest? Fewer people seem to ride regular bikes than used to. I certainly don't see as many fixies in Portland as I used to, but I do see more electric bicycles. So maybe that's how it works. Maybe we are at that tipping point. Or maybe I'm just, I'm seeing more electric bicycles because I have 2 electric bicycles. I also have 2 non-electric bicycles. I want to be clear. So my wife has a regular bike and an e-bike. I have a regular bike and an e-bike. And I try and use both. Although my bike, my non-electrified bike is a vintage bicycle, and so I use it less these days than I used to. It also has a mechanical speedometer that's getting a little graunchy, and so it adds a little bit of extra drag when I'm riding it. But that used to be, and still is, if I have to ride somewhere in town, I might take it in the back of the truck and, park 5 miles out and then ride in the rest of the way. It's a bit far for me to ride all the way into Portland from where I live, although I have done it once. Believe it or not, but that was on an e-bike. Anyway, let me know your thoughts about the tipping point for e-bikes. If we have reached it, what do you think caused it? Was it cost? Was it socially acceptableness? Was it something else? And if you think we haven't reached that point, what do you think will get us to that point? At what point will having an electric bicycle become kind of the norm and non-assisted bicycles will be the exception? I would love to know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you have a regular bicycle, a non-electrified bicycle, or you have an e-bike, please talk to me about your experiences of both of those in the comments below. It's just about to rain, so I'm going to go inside and I'll see you next week. Thanks for joining me today, and if you've got some thoughts, make sure you leave them in our Discord chat room, our Patreon page, or you can reach out to us on Mastodon. Thanks to the amazing list of people scrolling by on your screen right now. They are some of the more than 1,500 people who help fund this channel through Patreon and YouTube, covering our bills, paying our team, and making sure that we can remain 100% independent. If you'd like to join them and see your name listed here, just follow the links below. There are a range of different tiers that you can sign up for, from as little as $1 a month, or if you pay yearly, just over $10 a year. A huge welcome to our newest supporters: Alan Brim, Jim, Sarah Horlock, full name, Todd Johnson, Roderick, Stuart Despain, Rupert Ronson, Larry Phoenix, Darla, Wendy Kelly Bundenbaum, and Kay. To join the list and get your shout out, become a paid Patreon member for your moment of fame. If you'd like to support us with a one-off donation, you'll also find links below to make Ko-fi and Bitcoin donations, and we even have a good old-fashioned PO box you can reach us at, address also linked below. And of course, if you're in need of some swag, you'll find our swag store in the down below. Don't forget that Halloween is coming and we've got some great designs for the season. We've also got some great content coming up, so make sure you're subscribed on PeerTube or YouTube, and we'll see you soon. We make new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If you want more, the mighty algorithm thinks you'll like this video, but we also think this one is well worth a look. See you soon, and as always, keep evolving!